All right, guys, so we're back, and this is our 2004 Nissan 4-stroke 18 horsepower outboard motor. We're going to do a service on it today. This is kind of our new project with Arcos De Baja. We're going to, like I said earlier, we're going to send it. So with that being said, we want to make sure that everything's all dialed in. The last service, documented service on this motor was 13 years ago. So the water pump seems to be working, but when we're gonna send it out there into the Sea of Cortez, man, we want to make sure everything's tip top. So we're gonna do a service on this today. And disclaimer is that I am not a boat mechanic. So I love YouTube just like you guys do. So we're gonna get into this, man. And I've watched quite a few videos. There's not as many videos as I would like to see on YouTube about this, but yeah, we're gonna give it a whirl, man. So we're gonna drop the lower end of this unit and replace the impeller to start. So let's see how it goes. All right. Okay, here we go. Our tools. We've got our impeller that we're gonna do. We have our oil filter. We've got our lower end gear grease or oil, excuse me, and then our marine 4-stroke outboard oil. So we should have everything minus the spark plugs to get this bad boy serviced up. Okay, so first thing that we need to do is, if you look right here, there's a little pin right here. We need to punch this little pin out. So we need to get a little screwdriver or something, punch this little pin out so we can release the shifting mechanism. So we'll start there by punching that pin out. Okay, got our punch, and let's see if we can. Alright, let's get this little pin out. I had to put my glasses on. So I can see what I'm doing. Old age sucks. There we go. All right. So there's our pretty little pin right there. We do not want to lose this bad boy. So let's put it on over here. That'll disconnect the gear shift for the lower unit. So now we need to take off. There's 4 bolts here. Let me show you. There is 1, 2, and then on the opposite side. So there's 4 of these bolts, and we need to take those off, and then our lower unit should drop down. So let's get to doing that. All right, so there's that one. This one. Okay. And just so you know, I did break them all free before we started filming, so it would be easier. Able to drop this thing down here. I see it wanting to come down. There we go. And out with the old. So here's the lower end right here. Here's a water pump housing. It's got some crud in there. Everything looks pretty good though. So let's get it set up over here and on our table and go from there. And so the water pump is in here. We've got 3 bolts to take out right here. Everything else looks pretty decent. Okay, here we go. So here, water pump housing right here. These are 10 millimeter. So let's go ahead and break all these free. Ooh, this nice rubber, this is good. There we go. Don't ask my wife, right? Okay, so we got 3 of those off, and they're looking good. Look at that. There's not a lot of corrosion or anything on them. We'll clean them up and put them back in. Okay, so moment of truth. Here we go. Water pump housing coming off. Oops, let's let that slide back down. Oh boy. Got that little piece in there. Okay, let's take this off. So there's a little pin right here, and okay, there we go. So you see that little pin? That's a little pin. It's the stay pin, basically. So this is a little yucky. Not bad, though. I feel like there should be a gasket right here. I'm gonna have to look that up. I feel like there should be some gaskets in here. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. So here's the pin. We don't want to lose this, so I'm gonna set this over here with the other pin. And let's pull this pump out. All right, let's pull this pump out and see what we got going on. Okay. There we go. That looks all nice inside there. You can see that. Nice and smooth. I'm feeling like there should be some gaskets here. I mean, call me crazy. Okay, so here's our impeller. It's 13 years old, and I'm hoping that the impeller that I got, the new one, is the same one, because it's looking a little different. But it's actually not too bad. This impeller's not too bad at all. It's not broken up or anything, which is good. But it is 13 years old, so let's take a look at the other one, which looks so much bigger. Oh, no, I guess not. So here's the new impeller. So, all right, let me take a break and check on the manuals for whether there should be a gasket here or not, because it sure does seem like there should be. Okay, let's check that out and see. Okay, so here is the metal plate. I looked on the Taihatsu website to see if there was any gaskets that go in here, and lo and behold, there's not, which is pretty darn crazy. If there's an expert out there, because I can change this again, let me know. So yeah, so let's start putting it back together. So here we go. We got this, right? We got our little housing here, which I cleaned up also the best that I could. I don't want to scrape it or make it uneven by any means. I'm just going to put a little bit on this whole shaft here. First, let's get the pin. Now I'm going to put a little bit of grease. I'm going to put a little bit of grease on this pin right here, just to keep her in place. So it goes right over here on the side. There we go. So right there is where the pin goes. So let's get our new water pump here and slide it on down and line up that pin with that. And there we go. And so what we want to do is that we want to put this piece back on like this. So we're coming down like that. And then we want to turn this clockwise. Alright, so let's see, is that neutral? That's neutral, there we go. Okay, so clockwise, spin, it's in there. We got our plate where we want it. So new impeller, now we're going to put in the bolts. They say to put a little bit of, just a little bit of grease on these bad boys, just to keep them from seizing up in there. And so let's put them back in here. So we got 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so let's get these tightened down. No, I don't have a torque wrench, so I'm just going to tighten them down to about right there. Have a nice slide into the tube there. Okay, and this little grommet, because there's the pipe that comes down. Put a little grease on the threads up here, so there we go. Water pump, impeller replaced, and then we'll repeat the steps and put it back together. I want to make sure that my grommet goes inside there properly. And there we go. Is that inside there? This bad boy back in here. There we go. Okay, so tight, everything's tight. That's good. See you back in a couple minutes when we give her a test run. Okay, so got the motor, filling the bucket up with water. I put a liner in here just to make sure that it's just clean. The liner will stick to the outside and it won't affect like covering up the pump inlet. All right, we're ready to give her a fire. So let's let me set this down here. And tight, there we go. All right, there we go. And look at the water pump done. First part, first phase. The only thing I don't have for today is the spark plugs. So I'll have to order them, but they're real easy in GK. And it actually has right here, if you can see, it tells you what kind of spark plugs to get. So that's not a big deal. But we do need to change the oil filter today. And the oil, which is right here, is the drain plug. So let's get the tools and get the oil drained. You're supposed to have it tilted up like this and tilt it over like that. Okay, so that looks to be a 16, let's see. And yeah. Okay, so just got an old plastic thing. So let's get this on the road. Oh, there we go. Goodness sakes. Wow. All right. let's hope that it does not look like... Oh, let's hope that I have enough. I sure do. Okay, there we go. Voila. It's not milky at all, which is a good sign. To be honest with you, man, it doesn't even look that bad. Like I don't think this motor's got a whole lot of hours on it, to be quite honest with you. So we got the drain, got it drained out. Let's give her a... So I'm going to take this rag and I'm going to put it down on in here. So that way when I dribble oil everywhere from pulling this filter off, it won't be too messy. I don't have the right wrench to get this off. I need a kind of like one of the socket ones for the oil filter, but I do have this wrench. So let's see what we can do without completely just bumbling it all up. And just get a nice little bite here. There we go. There we go. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, it doesn't want to come off. There we go. Okay. So, let's just pray that it's not going to bumble oil everywhere. Okay. There we go. Oh. Oh yeah, this is in desperate need of an oil change. Oh, there's some sludge in there. Look at that. Okay. All right. So. Okay. Well, I'm glad I'm doing this oil change on this bad boy. Let's get this cleaned up in here. I just think that it's probably been sitting for a long time and not really getting like run real good, but we gonna change that. Get a little bit of oil on there. Let's see how we're gonna... Oh, hold on, let me get down in here. Okay. Get that nice and clean. I don't want no nasties in there. Okay. So this is the one. They sent me a different oil filter, different number to it. And seems to fit, so it's all good. And then hand tight. There we go. Nice and hand tight. There. Okay. Perfect. The only thing that I noticed different is this filter is just a scotch bigger, which, hey, it screws on good. It's nice and tight. It fits. It's a little bigger, maybe a little better. All right, well, let's put the oil in and check it out. Okay. Quicksilver 4-stroke marine oil. 10W30. So let's see here. And it's about a little over halfway. Let's double check that. Yeah, so we could do a little. And I'll probably run this, I don't know. I'll have to see what so yeah, we're full. Perfect. All right, so oil full, all looking good. I think I'm gonna run this for probably like 5-10 hours. which doesn't seem that long, but that's a pretty good time. And then do another oil change on it just to get anything that's in there, break it loose, get it through the filter, because there was a little bit of schmuck in there. So I just think because the engine's been sitting and not really, run good. So we'll do that. We'll run it for 5 or 10 hours, and then we'll do this again. I think that's fair. All right, so next on the list, and last for today, is the lower unit gear oil. We'll get that drained and then changed out. So let's get started with that. All right. Oh, whoops, I gotta turn on the light. That way we can see you. Okay, so Chamaco-landia is out of school. What's up, Chamaco? You gonna help me do the lower end oil? Okay, come here. We need that big screwdriver.
Which one? This one?
We need that one, yep. All right, no, you're gonna do it. Come on.
Wait, what?
Here, I'll show you. Okay, so, all right.
I told you I wouldn't want it.
Okay, so yeah, so get that one. Put your hand down here. So one hand up here, one hand down here. There you go. Now turn it.
Turn it?
No, the other way, the other way. There you go. Okay, keep turning. There you go. Now get it with your fingers. Get it with your fingers.
No.
Oh, okay. You're doing a good job. All right, here, let me grab it. Voila, good job. Okay, come here, right here. So what this is we're gonna drain the oil, all right? So we need to unscrew that one right there. Let me get you.
But you told me you already drained the oil.
Huh?
You told me you already drained the oil.
No, I changed the oil. I didn't change this oil. This is a gear oil.
Oh.
I've been waiting for you to get home to change it. Okay.
Should I do
No, this one right here.
it?
Yeah, so
I can't get it.
here, like this. There you go. All right, now turn it. Okay, keep going. Keep going. This one's gonna be messy. Okay, I'm gonna just do this real quick and voila. Ooh, look at that. Nice and clean. It's nice and clear, which is really good. Okay. And then we're gonna pump oil back into it. What do you think about that?
What kind of oil?
We're gonna pump this purple, royal purple. Undo that one.
So this is like, this that one was like, so that, I take out all the oil, and then we replace it with new oil. Because so it goes faster.
Oh, it goes faster?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So
Oh.
here, let's set this back here where we can kind of see it from afar. All right, so watch out for the camera. Got an oil pump. I'll put that down in there. And then let's see. Oh, okay, so we're using the purple. The Royal, what's it called? Royal Purple. Max Gear. The 7590, and it is the, oh, I looked at what it was. It's the right one. It's the right one.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, it came with the. So what we do is we're gonna fill it from the bottom like this until it comes out that hole up there.
And then what do we do?
And then we put in that. Oh, you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you stand in front of the camera?
Hold on.
Everybody got to see your butt. Okay, so. Oh, there it comes. See that?
Yep.
Okay, no, that's the bottom one. Let's do the top one. I don't know if it makes a difference or not. Okay. Okay. And the bottom one. All right, let's see.
I got turned into Mrs. Bobby.
Did you get in trouble?
No, because the book was all dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And me, my mommy, and me didn't know I was all dirty. I hope Mrs. Bobby to fix that problem.
Okay. That's it.
Wait, how?
Okay, we're gonna let that go out like that. And we're gonna go like this one. Put that in there. Then we'll pump the rest of it. Okay. There.
What part of the town was off?
No, it's still recording. It's just that.
It's wet. Hold on.
Okay.
Papa, it's why there's no screen on there.
Yeah.
Let me check the back.
Just touch the back of it and it'll turn back on. So there we go.
Oh, there you go.
Down nice and tight. And voila. Okay, so gear oil changed. What I meant to say was on the back of this, it says it's got to be, sure, where is it at? Oh, GL5. So, and that's what the manufacturer requirement was.
Actually, be careful when you do this because you might start a fire with the oil.
Might start a fire with the oil.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right, so got that?
But the weird thing, but if you're not wearing like old stuff that you don't even tell about anymore. Well,
Okay.
Don't do this. Don't do this. It is doofus.
Okay, so there we go. Lower end oil change. What else do we have to do? We just have to do the spark plugs. So we'll order all this stuff up again to do a whole nother service on it after about 5 or 10 hours because this is a 2004 motor, and I think the last service, that paperwork that I have for the last service that the previous owner gave me was like 13 years ago. So there was a little sludge in the motor. So we'll run it up, we'll run it good, and then we'll do another service on it. The lower end I probably won't do, but I'll do the oil. Definitely do the oil on it again. So, thanks for watching. 2004 Nissan with my helper here. 2004 Nissan 4-stroke 18 horsepower service.
You want to watch this video because this is how you change your oil on your engine, on your motor. Oh, but there's also other videos.
So what are we getting? What does this go on? Does this go on a boat?
Yeah.
Right, and our new boat should be here next week.
Yes, but we're not going to use the old boat. We just ordered it. That you just clean it up and then we just pop it out.
That's right.
We just pop it out of our...
Pop it out.
We just pop it out of our well. And then we pop back in. And then we pop in. Then new boat.
Okay, so we just ordered our new boat last Friday. Hey, where are you going? Come back. We ordered our new boat last Friday, and it looks like it should be shipping in a couple days. So the engine serviced, awesome, and new boat coming. We'll do the unboxing and checking it out, and we'll setting it up.
Spit it out.
So yeah, so come along and should be fun. The adventure continues. Hey, tool boy, are you getting into my tools? All right, see you then.